He's here. Motivation morning. Rise and shine. Rebel for life. But rebel against what? That is the big question. Rebel against what? Yeah, that's what I asked myself for a while. What did I have to rebel myself against? Or, do I have to be rebel against something? Anyway, I made sense of all that recently. That for me, being a rebel, first of all, it's a rebel against the program that's been put in my head. I think that's the first place we should rebel ourselves, is against the program that we have all being implemented in our head from a very young age. The programming in this society starts very young. Yeah, so I think it's time to stop victimizing ourselves too. That's the reason why probably the world is not picking up a faster pace for change or stuff like that. It's because people are very much stuck in that psychological prison. And I think that's something we build ourselves. I kind of lost my screen. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, it's something that we build ourselves, that psychological prison and the fear and the all the stuff that for sure it's taught to us via indoctrination, but it's also something that we ourselves never really venture out, because if not, I would be here before. So I'm trying to make sense of all that. Why are we they want us to sleep. They want us to sleep, that's for sure. They want us to sleep tight, very tight, so we don't realize what's going on, the whole magnificence of life, the whole beauty, the whole magic of life. That's what it is. It's about the magic of life. Pierre was saying yesterday, I think, he said, in your world, everything is magical. I said, I hope it's magical. I hope it's magical. It has to be magical. If it's not magical, if you don't find something divine, magical with life, come on. You've got to uplift yourself some way. Life is very beautiful. Life is, as much as life can be hard, it can be hard. It can be a very raggy road. For sure, it can be a raggy road. I think it is, if you expect life to be hard, it should be easy. But if you expect things to be easy, it's going to be hard. I say it all the time for a reason. But my point is, yeah, rebel against what? Rebel against what? I thought I was rebelling against the right thing, growing up. Growing up, I thought I was a rebel. But this is the illusion we live in. This is the illusion and the confusion we're in. We think that we are rebel. We are rebel. Like many people will think in their mind view that they are a rebel. But, anyway, everybody has his own perspective on things also. I'm not saying that I have the absolute truth, but it's the way I see it. But the way I see it, it's rebelling against the program. It's time to format that program. Format the program. That's what I'm doing here. That's what I'm doing live. That's what I'm doing every day when when you work on yourself, when you want to grow, grow up. Yeah. But grow up not in the way that Babylon wants you to grow up, because they will make you a victim of the system. That's for sure. Babylon will make you a victim, but make you a victim. I think it's us that victimize ourselves, because we have the power to change our life at any moment. So I think we victimize ourselves. We stay blind. We stay blind as bat. Yeah, we're all blind as bat because it's all in plain sight also. Yeah, rebel for something, and that's what I marked. That's why I said rebel for something against the. So then that's why I marked in the title, Ivar, rebel for life, because that's what I am, rebel for life. That's why I marked it this way. I wanted to explain it. I had it marked down. I wanted to explain you why I marked rebel for life, but I'm rebel for something. It's for life. It's for us. It's for everything in creation. That's what I'm rebel for. Because everything in creation, us, everything has been really, really brought to a state of a fallen state, Pretty much everything is in the. So we have to rise up. It's time for us to rise it up. That's what I say all the time. Time for us to rise it up. And this is what we're doing all together, taking back our power, rebelling for life, Yeah, one knows dear so bro. Against state, again. They already know how to deal with that. Yeah, that's it. No, I know you knew why I marked it this way. You know, Ivar, I take care of like you of the word I use, and because this is the whole thing. Once you become conscious also of the programming you've been put under, and you now suddenly give more attention to the words you're using. You give more attention to the words you're using because words have power. Words have power, for sure. That's how they have shaped this kind of a matrix illusion around due to yeah. Anyway, yeah. So rebel for life, for sure. Rebel for life. If I'm not rebelling for life, what the heck am I gonna do here? I can't stay blind anymore. I can't stay blind anymore. This is the thing. Other people, some like listen. I don't think everybody in a lifetime. It's impossible. No way. It's not. It's not for. Many are called, few are chosen. And not that I separate myself, but not everybody will take their social responsibilities and their responsibility for the life that they have. Take responsibility for your life means doing something to make it better. We all know that there's something wrong here on this plane. Like, if you don't see it, you're freaking blind. I think it's easy to see what's going on there. I'm not asking you to about flat earth or anything here. Take out the flat earth thing, the shape of the earth, if it's because that seems to be putting people very uncomfortable. Talking about the shape of the earth, as soon as you bring that up, everybody becomes quiet. In any discussion, any place where you're gonna go, as soon you can talk about anything that the government does to enslave us, but the moment you talk about the shape of the earth, a lot of people will just be smiling or will not. Like, it doesn't seem to do like it did to me, like it did to me at the beginning. It did so it sparked something really sparked a big fire in me, because I said, hey, whoa, what's going on? I have to rebel for life now, rebel for life. So and I discovered how powerful I was and everything. So it was a big moment of discovery, but I don't think everybody can sense that moment of discovery. This is the thing here. Not everybody will have the same vision for what it is of waking up. What involves waking up, because also, what is the point of being here? What is the best way? The best way to make your dream come true, or to make everything you want in life come to reality, is to wake up. Is to wake up and to know how to use those nature laws. There's natural laws, universal laws that everyone can sense once you start doing something you love in life, and you go with all your heart in it, and you're gonna feel a different vibe. So it's very important to, at least once in your life, kind of feel that vibe. You gotta feel a total different. Anyway, this is my experience. Again, might not be the experience of everybody, but it is my experience for sure. One is calmly freaking out here in Les Pays-Bas. The sky is full. Yeah, the chemtrails, and that's another thing. The chemtrails. But could the chemtrails be? I don't want to sound. Yeah, I don't want to sound. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I know that it's not normal to spray us like that. That's one thing I know. But what it is exactly, some people have made research. I found out a lot of stuff about it. I have talked about it too. But there's so much hype in this world that we are bombarded with hype. But you can be very, very easily misdirected. And once you start researching about the place where you live, you can be very misdirected in all kinds of direction because it's a lot. There's a lot of confusion, and the confusion is in our mind. It's all in the mind, lovely ones. Confusion is in our mind, so it's very, very confusing sometimes to even approach people with some profound stuff because this is where now I show a little bit more of compassion in my approach because I know the way I've been programmed. I know that, and I know not everybody will see it, or I don't know. Many people are blind to the truth, and blind to the truth is hey, blind to the truth is not because you don't see the shape of the earth. It's because you don't see yourself in the mirror. That's blind to the truth because you are the truth. So if you can see yourself in the mirror and look at yourself and realize what's in front of you, first of all, what you have in front of you is your worst enemy. So this is who you have to conquer. And if you think that rebelling yourself is going out and make protests and say, hey, come on, it's a mind game and they know it. And if you let them control your mind, it's game over. It's game over. They got you. They got you. Yeah. Very, very, it's a very sinister mind game. And if you're not aware of it, that's why it's important. Awareness, that's where awareness come and play a crucial role in your life. If you're aware of your environment, like really aware, like not fake aware and illusion aware, like if you're really aware of your illusion, of your illusion, yeah, and also your reality, you will navigate in there much more easily. I mean, if you want to, like I suggested to anybody, if you want to go on a journey to live your dream or find out who you are, find out who you are first, it's to remember who we are. And that's what's happening. We're all remembering who we are and why we're here. We're here to rebel for life and for life, not against anything, for life. It always have to be in a positive way, but they want us to, again, rebel against something. It's in the fallen state of man. So we have to rise. We have to go with the positive vibration. That's how I see it. That's why I said the rebel for life. One won't be a victim. I won't be a victim. This man won't remain a victim anymore. Dirty Babylon. Finish. These days are over. Yeah, and you too, and everybody that's, I come here. I might be the motivator guy in there, or that's what I want to be, inspirational guy or whatever. But there's other people doing so much wonderful things to wake up souls here, and this is where also we have to be very conscious that people that are doing good, okay, there should not be a division or differentiation in between us. And now I'm talking everybody that's in religion. They all want to do good. Nobody love me every time. Look, oftentimes I have contact with people on MSN, on Messenger, on Facebook. Like last night, I was talking to Ras Honey from Ras One Anyway, I don't know how he pronounced that. Oney, I think. One Raswani, and that's it. We had, and also Derek Parker is going to be on the Truman Show tomorrow, and that's going to be great because we vibed instantly. There's times, and that's the proof to me that love is ever present, and we all have that power, and we all have love. And it's very easy to show love and help one another because this is what I do on a permanent basis, on a daily basis. I want to help people succeed in their adventure, in their dream. I want to help them the maximum possible in their journey. So that's what I decided to embark on. And yeah, I contacted yesterday two guys from Jamaica and had a very nice discussion with them. And the love you can, we are, our natural state is love, and you can tell so much when you talk. Everybody, and again, I don't care what you do in life or what kind of money you have. It's about the love in your heart. It's about the love in your heart. And that's where we get confused. That's where we get a bit lost sometimes, is with the love thing. We have a wrong conception sometimes of what love can be. We think that love is very complicated. Love is there. It's there. It's there. We all have it. It's everything that we need to see clear in this madness is all inside us. Inside of you, and that can look a bit confusing for some people if I say that. It's all inside you. But yeah, if you just sit down, quiet, reflect a bit on your existence, you're going to find a lot of answers. For sure, there's the external truth. You can go external, but I think it's much better. But you go external first. That's what I did at the beginning of my journey. But at one point, there's a lot of people that go internal for a reason. The journey has to become internal, and you realize that rebelling yourself against a system is just giving energy to that system. That's all it does. So I want to rebel for life, for life, for everything that has life. So it's involved everything in creation. So that's what I'm part of. That's where I come from, the same source as everybody, but it's very easy also to feel separated from that source, because this is what they want us to feel. They want us to feel separated from the source. So we lose our power, and we lose our connection power that we can have to that source by expressing our greatness. You know what I mean? This is where also the connection will be strengthened. It's when you start opening your heart and doing something you love in life instead of staying in the robotic default state of humanity. You can stay in the default robotic state. There's no problem. You can have a very happy life this way. I don't doubt it. You can have a very, very happy life. But will it really show you what life is all about? Is that the journey of life, to live for ourselves? Is that it? I don't think so. I think it's to live for others. And this is where, once you start living for others, you find suddenly a great amount of energy, a great amount of inspiration flowing through your brain. Like this morning, I wasn't really sure of what I was going to talk, but I knew a bit my big lines. But as the talk goes on, the inspiration flows. And I think this happened once you connect to that source. I don't want to sound like spiritual here or anything. I'm not a spiritual guy too much, because spiritual, and it's like I want to be grounded here and now. That's where I am. That's where I can do things. That's where I'm alive. That's where everything happens in the here and now. So I'm not too spiritual. I'm very, very. I'm a man of wisdom. I'm a man of wisdom, I think. That's how Ivar characterized me yesterday. I'm more a man of wisdom than anything else, and this is where I want to go to. Really, that's what I want to bring and share. Is my wisdom, is my knowledge, because knowledge is only potential power. But if you do something that can use that power, it becomes a very, very an arm that we can use against, but not against, but for life. You know, like being rebel for life. Yeah. So Nasir is here. Big up, Nasir. I'm in the bathtub. Cannot write much. That's cool. I have a hot bath. Yeah, yeah. Be sure to bliss the water. Nasir. Yeah, that's cool. No, it's great. Listen, that's the beauty too of the internet. I love that thing. But if anyway, it's great. It's just so much people are missing out. So this is what not breaks my heart, because other people cannot really break my heart. It's me myself that will break my heart if I don't live my truth and do what I'm supposed to do here. That's another thing. You don't want to die of a broken heart. Oftentimes people think that dying with a broken heart is because your lover has leave you or things like that, or yeah, that can make you depressed a little bit for a while. But I mean, you're the only one who can break your heart. And a lot of people, that's part of the spiritual suicide. Spiritual suicide, the genocide, the mental genocide we're in. It's far beyond the lies, the truth, the everything. It's it's so sinister. It's so dark. It's so dark that the and this is where also people get like they're not they don't want to hear that, because it's confronting them also with the reality that they've been programmed, and it depends on your layer of ego. I said it often. It depends on your layer of ego. If you have a very thick layer of ego, it will be very hard for you to recognize the little bit of the program you've been put under. So me, I have no ego. I have no image to protect. I don't care what people think of me. So I just go in there and I rock the boat constantly. But that's what I came here to do. I'm not here to be to remain on a string, to be a puppet on a string, because that's what they want. They want us to be puppet on a string. But at one point, you realize that, hey, I'm not a puppet. So I'll take my life in control. You take your life in your own hands. This is what it is too. And it's not necessary. It's living your dream and all that is. It's not something also that's you have to see that's gonna happen very fast, and you can do it just for the sake of making money or stuff like that. It's got to be your art. It's got to come from your art. So this is where also a lot of people sometimes get like they will fail or stuff like that. I think it's because maybe not aligned with the right vibration in the pursuit of their goal or something. And I think when you keep that very divine in the way that it's directed to others before you, I think as soon as you put others before you, a lot of things will go in that direction. Will take that path in your life. You will act normally in the favor of others instead of you, because you know that whatever you give is gonna come back. But it's about giving and not worrying about what's coming back. And this is the hard part, because now we're talking about instant gratification. And that's where a lot of people wait for instant gratification, and it doesn't. Your timing might not be nature's timing. So everything takes timing. Everything is Go according to the divine clock. The divine clock, not the Babylonian calendars and clock. And someone said, yeah, he said the calendar yesterday. I read the comment. He said, yeah, but he said the calendar. He said we have to still use it for our appointments and stuff like that. He said, I cannot say I don't use the calendar. Or I said, no, for sure. Myself, I use the calendar also. But I mean, the solution is not that calendar. This is my point. We have other solution than this calendar. So it's just, I know we are stuck with what we have in this system. We have to use the system and really try to see clear and all that all together. And it's not because I say that from one day to another we're going to throw away the calendar, put everybody that's like, it's just a matter of raising the consciousness. Even the police force, the army, or whatever you talk about that is already in place doesn't necessarily have to go, but we have to raise the consciousness. This is all, I think, a matter of consciousness. If you raise the consciousness of the people in the army, they will not go overseas and kill people. They will make sure they protect the people inside the country. You know what I mean? When things happen, and we will be able to find people to help us anywhere. And, we will all help and love each other. I don't say that everything has to go, police, army, and everything, and government. But government should not be intrusive in our life. Should not be intrusive. The army should be there to protect and help the people of the country. Borders should be abolished. Yeah, people should be able to travel freely wherever they want. Police, that doesn't mean that there should not be police, but the police can be more conscious and really serve and protect the population, not their slave masters. Because this is what's happening. All they do basically is protecting a slave man. Serve and protect. They serve and protect who? Ask the question. I think we are allowed to ask question at this point of our existence, to know what are these things for, what's the earth, what's the shape of the earth, anything. We're allowed to ask question, because what's the point of being alive if we don't question our existence? Or I think we should all become philosophers at some point in our life. If we all become philosophers and reflect on our existence, this will change the world. This will change the world. Then that's why many, many philosophers have been diminished, or, they're not the people in... Anyway, it goes with attention span too. People have no attention span these days. The attention span of the majority of the people is very low. So the short time attention span, and that's it, guys. So yeah, rebel for life, rebel for everything that has life, and never give up, never retreat, never surrender. We're in this for a long journey, but it's together as one. Alone I can do things. Yeah, I can come here and yap. But if we all wake up, if we all get up, stand up for more than our rights, it's our birthrights. It's our inherent gift that we have, the greatness. We must wake up to it. Wake up to the greatness. Wake up to the magnificence of life and all the beauty that surrounds us, and the abundance that we have in everything. But now most people live in scarcity, because Babylon is very, very dirty, and that's it. So raise the consciousness. Raising the consciousness of humanity is something that is ongoing. It's an ongoing process. So never give up, never retreat, never surrender. And I'll be back this afternoon, probably around 3, same time as yesterday. We'll have another chat. Subject this afternoon, probably I'll keep going on that or other stuff. Or daily inspiration. I'll go with my Robin Sharma book, Personal Greatness. Something about personal greatness. This is what I'm big on, because this is my channel is designed for that at first. It's for us to reach our personal greatness, and nobody is gonna come and do it for us. So we have to rise and shine, and constantly patience and consistent action. Live your dreams. What else there is if you don't? So he's out, and he'll be back a little bit later on. Thanks everybody in the chat. There was Ivar. Yeah, thank you for today's lesson. Bullshit, the calendar and or time, all part of the grid. One don't need it. No compromise. Wakeful or not, that's it. And now, dear lovely ones, that's it. Big up Ivar, big up Nasir. Much respect always from the heart. From the bottom of my heart. We'll be back later on. He's out.